Wow, what a sick as it was trying to get you. And figuratively speaking, you cost me an arm and a leg. Oh well, it's time for a review. Let's get into it. G'day guys and welcome to another video. And yeah, we managed to get them. That's the box. And our size tag. Hopefully this focuses. If it's going to focus for me. US 8.5. This is the Nike Air Jordan 1 University Blue. So these released March the 6th and they released at Nike, Culture Kings, Foot Locker and a few other stores in the city. But it's one of those shoes that was very, very hyped up before it even released, and that just made the time when it did release a crazy time. So I tried to get them on the Nike sneakers website, and they were just gone. The bots and everything like that. I think they were gone within about probably 30 seconds. They were sold out. And then obviously trying on Foot Locker here in Australia it's pointless against the bots. It is half the time when you log on, when you go onto the website, you can't even access the page to even add them to cart. So these were tough to get, and unfortunately they do retail for $230 Australian, and there wasn't a chance that I was going to get these for retail. They sold out pretty much everywhere and the bots were all over it. So yeah, so not a chance. So I did end up having to pay resale, and that cost me a pretty penny. So I'm just glad that the quality of the shoe actually lives up to the price. Probably not the price that I paid, which was 620 Australian dollars. But for retail, it was probably worth it. So yeah, let's bust it open and let's have a look. So as you can tell, the Air Jordan 1 box. And so yeah, the Air Jordan 1 University Blue, as you can see there. You can even smell these Jordans have a certain smell to them. And as soon as you open that box, you just get a whiff of that smell. It's like taking hold of a new AFL footy. That leather just has a great scent. So that's the shoe, Air Jordan 1 University Blue. It's leather qualities, just wow on this shoe. I don't know if you can tell, but it's really soft. Got your blues, I'm pretty sure it's suede upper, and obviously the white leather, but very nice shoe. These, yeah, some of the early pictures I wasn't sure about them, but there's just something about this that's very clean. I don't know if it's just the blue. I'm a sucker for blue and black and white, so this was, yeah, I just wish that they were quite a lot cheaper than what they were when they released. So yeah, so they're a very nice shoe. Obviously a nice Wings logo there that's standard, in like it's sort of branded into the suede, and obviously your black laces and your nylon tongue with the Nike Air there. So but yeah, all in all, very nice shoe. I've seen on Facebook and Instagram, I've seen pictures where people have managed to cop 50 pairs of these, so I can understand why I didn't stand a chance. Just the bots through Foot Locker, so just no chance of copying. So a big shout out to Sneakerculture store in Springvale. They obviously, I don't know whether they use bots to get these, I'm not sure. But I managed to cop these, I think the day after release. Again, it did cost me a pretty penny, but I really like the colourway, and it'd be very interesting to see how this suede holds up in the weather here, especially coming into winter. I'm definitely gonna have to spray these and with my Scotch Guard, that sort of thing, so just so it will hold up to the weather. But yeah, big shout out to Sneakerculture store. By the way, from what I could see, the receipt in the box says it's from Nike Paran up in the city, so it's obviously authentic, so I've got the receipt and all that. So yeah, a big shout out to them. I'll link their Instagram page in the description, so if you want to check them out. They're a nice group of guys. I think it's Ferdian's the guy that I deal with. So yeah, you can head on their Instagram, Facebook, and check them out. And they're nice and local, so it just makes it easy to go get them. So yeah. Anyhow, so we'll get a close up and chuck them on the round table and just get a close up view. Alright. Alright, so we've jumped onto that little round table. And a nice little close up view here. As you can see, obviously I've got the blue suede and on the toe box there. You can probably see that it changes colour just a fraction, not much, but it's a very soft suede, which is, yeah. And then obviously you can see the leather is just very soft on this part here. It's very tumbled, and Nike swoosh as well. And then obviously you got your Wings logo there. Again, very nice. Very nice suede there on the heel. And then quite nice leather up here as well. It's pretty soft. So yeah, as I said, yeah, they were very hard to get. Very, very hard. There was lots of photos on Instagram and that from people that managed to get 20 plus pairs, 50 plus pairs, and I just couldn't believe it. So it makes it really hard, especially when you can't go in store to get them. It makes it quite hard to actually cop them for retail. But it is what it is. Seem to be more people reselling them than these days, which is a bit unfortunate, but I guess that's just the way it's going. So yeah, but yeah, the colourway really jumped out to me, and yeah, they're just a very comfortable shoe. I do go to size. I usually go 8.5s in these, but I'm thinking I could probably go down to size 8 because I've got a medium to narrow foot. So these, I usually wear an insole with these just for that added comfort, which I usually put in over the top of the insole in it. So I could probably go down to a size 8. But yeah, it's just the way it is, and unfortunately for me, size 8's size 8 and 8.5 is probably one of those. It's the expensive range basically. I'm likely to pay quite a bit more just because it's in high demand for those sizes being smaller. And as you can tell, even the leather on here is just incredibly soft. It's quite nice. And then obviously you got the suede here. Yeah, it's just, I'm very happy with the shoe for quality, from the quality perspective. Not so much with the price, but if I had copped them retail, that would have been great. But in this scenario, I don't think it was going to happen. So yeah, so it's a nice close up of the shoe. It's a nice blue too. I think the UNC color. It's like in other photos. That's an earlier model. It's a very bright blue, but these are more subtle enough. I find these, I quite like this color, especially with the contrast of black Nike tick. The only odd thing is that the outsole is actually like a different shade of blue. I don't know if you can tell. So that's the outsole there. It's actually a different shade of blue to the the blue on the rest of the shoe. So that was a bit odd. So I'm not sure whether it just the material of the outsole made it difficult to color match. But yeah. So it's obviously you got the Nike tag in the nylon on the tongue there, the nylon Nike tag, not a leather one in this case. So that was for a touch. Some of the shoes in the last couple of years have been a leather tag, so yeah. And I believe they did come with spare laces as well, which I'll grab. And that's the spare laces that they come with. So that's probably more matching to, I don't know. It's probably more matching to the sole rather than the upper, but it is what it is. Probably just rock with the blue myself. But yeah. Anyhow, so let's get back in front of the camera and we'll finish this video off, and yeah. Yeah, so anyway, back in front of the camera. So yeah, as I said, March 6th was the release of these, and $230 Australian, and I obviously didn't pay that, unfortunately. I wish I did, but it wasn't the case. But yeah, again, there must have been a lot of pairs out there when these released, but because there's been pictures of people that have managed to cop 50 pairs, 20 pairs, somehow, I'm assuming using bots. So that's kind of made it a bit difficult to cop things for retail for the general person who actually wants to wear the shoe, buy the shoe to wear it. But yeah, so all in all, I mean, the shoes are very nice quality. The leather's very soft. The suede's very nice. But it's definitely not worth definitely not worth that full resale price. But I guess I like the shoe that much that I ended up paying it, unfortunately. But it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to get the shoe sometimes. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, feel free to leave a like if you see it. Feel free to share your thoughts on the shoe, what you think of it, and yeah. So anyway, feel free to like, subscribe, and if you like watching my content, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it. And yeah, till next time, take care.